okay, I wish I could have stopped myself from doing certain things, and today I have to go through consequences. And whichever pan of scale that a person would increase in a'mal, he will have, according to that, the consequences on the Day of Judgment. If a person has worked and made effort to make sure that the a'mal in the right pan of scale are increasing and becoming weighty, so on the Day of Judgment, this person will have a great hope. Allah Azza wa Jal says that this person will have the greatest joy of his life. And he will go to everyone and he will tell people, oh, look at me, I have become successful. I have achieved my goal. And on the other side, if a person had the a'mal on the pan of the left side scale, and they are increasing, at this person, as the a'mal will be increasing and that pan of the scale will be getting heavier, this person will start sweating. And this sweat will be increased on the base of the actions that you have done. Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam described that on the Day of Judgment, everyone will be in their own perspiration due to the actions that they have done. If a person have a lot of bad deeds, he will be completely immersed in sweat. And if a person has less, then the sweat will decrease. Because when a person's a'mal will be being weighted in the front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this person will be in a very difficult situation. So Allah Azza wa Jal has given us chance in this world to make sure that we guard our action. Where am I going? Which is my direction? On which path am I leading? Am I taking myself? It is better to realize today than to realize on the Day of Judgment. That in that day, if a person will start to cry and do whatever he has to do, it will not be helpful. So the amal that we want to be mindful of today, we want to talk about, is the amal of an-namimah. Namimah is an action which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes in the Quran, and Allah Azza wa Jal says that these people are doomed. وَيْلٌ لِكُلِّ هُمَزَةٍ لُمَزَةٍ Al-Hammazun wal-Lammazun. Those people who go and spread the news with the intention of creating dispute. Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani writes that a person who is involved in this sin, his sin is double. The first sin that he will get is the sin of backbiting. And the second sin that this person will get is the sin of spreading evil amongst individuals. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Imam Bukhari and Imam Muslim has mentioned this hadith in their Sahih, that Rasul alayhi salatu was salam, once he was passing by a graveyard. And while he was passing by a graveyard, he stopped at the grave of two individuals. They were right next to each other. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, both of these people who are in their grave, they are being punished by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Sahaba became very worried. O Prophet of Allah, why are they being punished? Nabi alayhi salatu was salam said, the first person is that individual who never used to stay away from urine in his life. Najasa. Why? Because najasa is the lock of all the good action. If you have put yourself in najasa, let's say a person uses the bathroom. He doesn't make sure that his clothes are properly protected while he's using the bathroom, and urine spreads everywhere else. And then with that same cloth, he goes everywhere else. Even he prays his salah with that. None of that is accepted. So the key point is here that this person was not staying away from this filth, and due to that he's being punished. The second individual who is being punished is the person who used to spread the information of other individuals amongst people to create dispute. At-tahrish bayna an-nas bi-niyyat al-fasad is to create dispute amongst individuals with the intention of creating a fasad amongst individuals. So this action, Rasul alayhi salatu wassalam said that these are the worst people living on the earth. Al-masha'una bin-namimah al-mufarriquna bayna al-ahibba. that they are those who walk around collecting information. And once they collect information, this is what you call gossip, right? Gossip, it has gone from the level of verbal gossip into text gossip. So now people are more, jari. They are more brave when they have to just talk about someone or slander upon someone via text. Is easier to do so than to say it on his face. Why? Because you don't have to see his face. You just message and you're done with it. Well, we don't look at the consequences. We can take our anger out from our heart and our frustration out. But at the end of the day, every letter, every word, every statement that has been said, Allah is writing. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's angels are writing, and they will ask on the day of judgment that you said this, you said this, you said this. And every action, a person will say, it was a small word that I said. But on the day of judgment, the consequences will be so great, this person will say, I wish I never said that word. I wish no one had taught me this word. So we have to be very mindful. Otherwise, we are making a'mal that are making our left side of the pan scale heavy. And this will be a very difficult moment to be in on the day of judgment. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to protect us all. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to save us from these actions and give us the ability to do those actions which are beloved in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. آمين يا رب العالمين. جزاكم الله خيرا. سبحان الله وبحمده. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك. أنشهد أن لا إله إلا